3, 2, 1, go.
Hello and good afternoon. We are Team 7, and today we will present how DP World can regain its competitive advantage through smart and sustainable port automation. Moving on to our company overview, our client is DP World, one of the world's largest port and logistics operates around 93 million tonnage handled across 78 countries with the record of 2025 revenues of $24 billion. It runs three segments: assets, heavy port terminals, marine services, and logistics. Through the country's four V's frameworks, DP World is a very high volume and high variation demand swings sharply with the trade cycle and geopolitics with a moderate variety and extremely capital intensive asset base. The capital intensity is the key to today's story. Despite record headline revenue, leadership says competitive advantage diminishing. Our brief as an advisor diagnosed the operation strategy challenge, then recommend one innovation that lifts operation performance and revamps the value proposition while staying true to the DP World's values. Moving on to the margin paradox, DP World operates in a textbook VUCA, increasingly money environments, volatility, the Red Sea crisis cut Suez container transit by up to 20%, and certainly a record order book. About 31% of the global fleet is driving 2026 over capacity, with the spot rates down over 70% from the peak. The internal warning sign is the margin paradox. Revenue rose 22% in 2025, yet adjusted EBITDA margin fell from 27.2 to 26.3%. Capital expenditure jumped from 41% to $3.1 billion, and leverages site near 4 times. Applying the course capacity formula, utilization split from 88.3 to 85.7%. DP World is buying growth through capacity, not earning it through productivity, and it's unsustainable as the cycle turns.
Thank you, Asma. Using Slack and Lewis 5 performance objective, the widest competitive gap are in speed, dependability, and flexibility. The chart makes the productivity problem concrete. Conventional handling manages 28 to 30 cranes per moves per hour, whereas the automated terminal reaches 35 to 45. Very metric that wins the linear contract and sets the cost per TEU. We deliberately added the dependability OTIF because in container logistics, scheduled reliability is the decisive order winner. The Sandcone model gives us the sequence. Follows build quality, then dependability, then speed, then flexibility, and sustainable cost advantages flow. Crucially, this run through how cargo is physically handled. Now let us go through the second diagnosis, where the DP World should act. The importance performance matrix place dependability, speed, and visibility squarely in the urgent red zone. Building the operation strategy matrix, one pattern dominates. The process technology is recurring critical decision area, underpinning two of the three critical areas. As per the on Hayes and Wilfrid 4-stage model, DP World sits at 2 and 3 stage, must reach the stage 4, where the operation capability itself derives the advantage. Porter would call it's a position where stuck in middle. With the leverage with high and capacity underutilized, the answer is not more concrete, it to make the existing capital intensive base work through a smarter process technology. Let me hand over to Sinedo.
Thank you, Zuhaib. Our recommendation is the smart, sustainable port automation, upgrading major DP World terminals like Jebel Ali and London Gateway in three key ways. First, automate operations using technologies like automated stacking cranes and box bay high bay storage systems. These solutions stack containers more densely, move cargo faster, and reduce human exposure to dangerous operational environments. Second, create a full IoT-enabled digital layer connected to a digital twin. This allows DP World to simulate and optimize berth, yard, and gate operations in real time before making physical changes. And third, electrify port operations through shore power systems, electric cranes, and electric stereo carriers, helping to reduce emissions significantly. From a strategic perspective, this moves DP World beyond Industry 4.0 automation towards a more human-centered Industry 5.0 model. Most importantly, it improves throughput, efficiency, and sustainability using infrastructure DP World already owns, instead of relying on expensive physical expansion. Now, why is this innovation important? Using the Ansoff matrix, this strategy supports both market penetration and product development. DP World strengthens its current market position by becoming faster, more reliable, and more sustainable, while also offering premium low-carbon port services. Strategically, this is differentiation that also lowers operational costs, helping DP World avoid being stuck in the middle between cost leadership and premium service. The operational data is also compelling. Automated stacking systems can increase storage density by 20 to 25%, reduce vessel turnaround time by 18%, improve throughput by up to 20%, and improve safety by roughly 40%. In addition, DP World's own box-based system reportedly eliminated over 350,000 unnecessary container moves annually while using 70% less land. However, we also take a balanced view. Recent academic research shows that automation does not automatically guarantee productivity gains. Without strong implementation, simulation, and workforce transition planning, automation can sometimes underperform expectations. This is why disciplined execution and change management are critical to making this strategy successful.
How do we develop it? 5 gated steps. Discover, design thinking and value co-creation using the DART model, engaging shipping lines and critically the workforce and unions early. Decide, Cooper's stage gate, evaluating the technology on feasibility, acceptability, and vulnerability with go kill gates that protect capital, given DP World's leverage. Build, a lean MVP, automate a single berth or yard block, simulated first in the digital twin so we de-risk before any physical change. Scale the new product development process, plus open innovation with Box Bay and SMS, equipment OEMs, and grid partners. Embed organizational ambiguity so the core keeps earning, while the venture explores, governed by a balanced scorecard and Cotter's change model with serious reskilling, because automation programs fall on people in alignment, not machines. So execution follows a phased gated roadmap, digital twin design first, then a single berth pilot, then terminal-wide rollout, then fleet electrification. Risk is governed with the course tools, ISO 31000 and COSO, operationalized through an FMEA register where each risk scores severity, occurrence, and detectability to give a risk priority number. And our highest RPM risks are capital expenditure overrun, integration with legacy terminal systems, workforce and union resistance, technology reliability, and local electricity grid capacity for electrification. Each has a clear response: mitigate, transfer, avoid, or accept with contingencies. Phase CapEx through stage gate, simulate in the digital twin before building, co-create and reskill rather than replace, and secure grid upgrades and on-site solar early.
So now we're going to assess the ESG against the triple bottom line: people, planet, and profit. On the planet side, Shore Power lets ships switch off their engine at berth. Electrical equipment and solar-powered box pay cut off direct emission and lower the carbon per container. That will help Deep World hit its SBTI target. For Scope 1 will be down by 42%, Scope 2 down 62%, and for Scope 3 down by 28%. The EU now is charging ports for carbon emission. Every 10 cut is not just good for the planet, it's directly save money. On people aspects, automation will change jobs. DP retain the worker into new rules like operating the control rooms and monitoring the system. The worker needed to be retrained, but they will be stable and safe in indoor jobs. Safety will improve. Incident will fail down by 40%, tracked through the lost time injury frequency rate. On profit and governance skills, DB will spend wisely, protect against cyber threats, and be fully transparent with their people about the changes. To wrap up, despite record revenue by DB World is quietly losing its competitive edge. Productivity is lagging, capacity is underused, and the business is stuck in the middle. Our recommendation is a smart and sustained port automation. Automate the heavy lifting, use a digital twin to protect and optimize every flow. and electrify shore power, electric cranes, cleaner operations. The result is faster turnaround, more reliable service, 40% fewer safety incidents, and real progresses on carbon targets. This moved DB World toward a smarter, more human-centric future. We deliver this through a DART framework, genuine collaboration with the workforce, a careful step-by-step rollout, starting with one berth and efficient risk management, always measuring success against people, planet, and profit. The message is simple and clear. DB World does not need more concrete, it needs smarter, greener assets. Thank you.